Hi everyone, this week I am back with another book preview video. So this time we've got Dragonart, how to draw fantastic dragons and fantasy creatures, and the artist, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Neondragon Peffers. So there's the cover, quick look at the back. Sorry, mine is a little bit scuffed. So I have actually had this one a little while because I think it's been out for a long time now. So I'll just get that in shot. So, first of all, a quick look at the contents. As usual, I won't keep that on for too long because you can always pause it if you want to read anything. So although I bought this mainly for dragons, it does include other fantasy creatures as well, as mentioned. So it starts with the basics. And this is a book that I have read but quite a long time ago now. And I have recently been wanting to get into drawing dragons again, and I thought I'd start at the beginning. I'll start with the basics, get all the fundamentals there, and slowly learn from there. So this book came to mind. Admittedly, I don't remember too much about it. There are a lot of step-by-steps, and those of you who watch my reviews will know I'm always a little bit unsure about step-by-steps. I don't think they are bad books, but I don't like to learn how to just draw one specific thing in one pose. I don't mind if you get other value from it, if you actually learn how to develop your understanding and maybe draw that from different angles and such from the step-by-step. But some books are only step-by-steps. But I believe that this one goes into more detail and is just using the step-by-steps almost as examples. So they are still giving you the knowledge, let's say, so that you can create things yourself. And I do remember that it has a lot of different options, a lot of different varieties for things, which I think is good. So instead of just showing one way to draw a specific feature, I think it has certain bits where they show you different methods of drawing it. And I really like this page because I really like sketches. The overall style of this book is very cartoony. Another bit here, by the way, I'm going off topic, but I always think it's good if a book shows you the anatomy and the skeleton. For me, that gives you a better understanding and the anatomy and the muscle on it. So I really do like that. So it looks like it's got a bit of everything. But what I was saying about the style is the overall cartoony style isn't my favourite style. I don't dislike it, but it's definitely not my favourite style. I prefer with dragons usually more realistic, which I think usually are much more detailed. But I think that this book still has value, even if you're like me and you prefer other styles, because as long as it teaches you the fundamentals and the basics of drawing dragons and gives you the ideas, and to be honest, if it gives you inspiration as well, then I think that's quite good as well. So as already mentioned, this is quite an old book now. I think the artist does actually have a lot of different books like this. So this is the standard how to draw dragons and fantasy creatures, but I know that there is other Dragonart books. There's one called Dragon Evolution, and there's Fantasy Beings. I can't remember them all, but I do remember there is an Ultimate Collection book, and I have been interested in getting a lot of these books, but for me the problem is I don't know if it already includes this book and is just a little bit extra, or if they are completely different books. So if any of you guys have those books, please do let me know in the comments below. This chapter I do find really good. As mentioned, it's showing you different methods of drawing things. So it gives you more than just one idea. That's probably my favourite chapter. And then the last chapter, or the last section at least, is other fantasy creatures. So I bought this mainly for dragons, but I actually do think this is pretty cool. So yeah, what I was saying before, I think one of the books is actually Fantasy Beings, and I think it's elves and fairies and such. And I do like the idea of that as well. But I love this artist's work, and especially their monsters, creatures, and dragons. But the humans, I'm not quite as fond of, or human-type characters, because of the style not being my favourite. Yeah, the human characters don't do it for me in these ones. But overall, it's a really nice little book, is this one, especially for beginners. I do think if you are a more advanced artist, you could still learn things from this, and hopefully you've been able to tell from this book preview. It's not a huge book. I'm coming to the end of it now, so how many pages is that? It looks like there's roughly about 125. Again, I kind of prefer this sketch look here to overall finished with colour, but I know most people do prefer coloured designs. Let me know in the comments what you thought to this book though. I am really tempted to get some of the other ones, but I need to work through this book first and actually learn from it and try and improve my own dragon drawing skills. Some of them are definitely more advanced than others, like this one looks a lot more complicated, but the book, as you saw, includes quite a lot of content, a lot of different designs, different methods, different dragons, different creatures. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you want to see the other books as well. As already mentioned, if you do have the other books, let me know your thoughts on them, as I am really interested in getting them. As always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, everyone.